following is just a quick demo on how to use the Enerlead file that gets sent out in the weekly email with Google Maps. It's pretty neat stuff that you can do here. So first of all, you need to have a Google Maps or a Google account. For me, when I go into my Gmail, because I'm a Google Gmail user, but you don't have to use the Gmail, you just have to sign up for account. I come over here and I say more, and I say, okay, let's go in and open up Maps, and it brings me to the map program, and I'll just kind of take it from the beginning here. So I'll say map, and then ultimately I'm into Google's google.ca/maps. And then what I want to do is I've got my little menu icon here, and the thing that I'm interested in is my places. And then I've got multiple things that I can do here, and the thing that I'm going to look at here is I'm going to come into to my maps, and in here I've got some maps that I've already saved, but I'll just show you that we get the email file, you save the files, and we say create the map, and then it's going to open up the interface to allow us to create a map. It's going to come in here and say, okay, let's import the map. We're just going to say, what file am I going to use? In this particular case, I could go new well licenses, so let's select that particular file, and mine just does that for some reason. I'm going to say new open well licenses, and it's going to upload that file into Google Maps for me. And once it's done that, what it wants to do is identify what you're going to use to plot the map. So we're going to use our coordinates. So I've got latitude, and I pick the latitude, and then over here I say longitude. I pick the longitude, and I say continue, and it says, well, what do you want to display? And these are all the fields here, so we can come in, but we can change this after the fact. So I'll come in here and I'll select account, and we'll go ahead and we'll say finish, and we'll let it do its thing. You can see up here the loading icon is moving, and what it's done is it took me from the tab of where I was in my Google Maps to a My Maps interface. And so there's my new well licenses associated with that. We might want to look at it by account, and so here we can come over here and say, yeah, let's take a look at what this looks like from an account name perspective, and we can go ahead and save it. And then once we've done that, we can come over here and we can save this particular map and give it any name that we want on that side of it. So the cool thing is, after we've saved it, you can see this from your mobile phone, and you just bring up your Google Maps on your phone. So we could put a smaller data set in here if we wanted to. We could look at it as a bigger data set, whatever we needed to on that side of it. When I click on any one of the records, all the geo information that we put in there is there. So here's the location, Lloydminster. There's the LSD, the lat and long production. It's an observation well that happens to be going into that particular area on that side of it. The other thing that I found kind of interesting in here is open data table. And when I say open the data table, that is the information that we happen to be taking a look at. So I can click on a specific record, and it will take me to that one record, and then I can go in there and I can edit it, or I can edit it from here. So I can add any field that I want and add that information in there. So say this is the facility that we're working on, or the site, and we could put in some of my own information and put it into Google Maps. So you can see, pretty simple to be able to add this into Google Maps. Example, here's where I've saved some maps. So I looked at my wells drilled, and then I've gone ahead and I plotted that, and then there's my wells drilled licenses. So I can now go back and do kind of a comparison, and I can add layers to it, so on and so forth. Pretty powerful, free, and there's lots of plugins, and that you can look at. You can look at it from a Google Earth perspective, and and see where the information is, and then zoom in and take a look at it and say, okay, oh yeah, I know where that is, or so on and so forth. So that gives you a good example of how we can use a free mapping tool with the Enerlead data.